Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you how I make this delicious, authentic Jamaican curried goat. I am using ram goat for this recipe. Of course, you can use whatever goat you have. So in that bowl, I have 3 pounds of goat that is already cleaned, washed with all the, the jazz, the lemon and the vinegar. So I added a teaspoon of salt, and I've added about a teaspoon of onion powder. I didn't have any garlic powder anyways. I'm using fresh garlic. I'm adding right there 2 teaspoons of all-purpose seasoning, and now I'm adding about a half teaspoon of black pepper because I'll be adding Scotch bonnet pepper as well. And right now I'm adding the better pack curry. I've added about 2 teaspoons because I'm going to be burning some in the oil as well. So I've added a little olive oil, just a dash, just to help marinate the seasoning on the meat. I find that it helps a lot. I like it. I've been doing this for a bit now, just using a little olive oil, which is super healthy, to marinate my meats and chicken. So ensure that you rub that in. Be careful though, because you don't want those bones to get you. So yeah, I'm using one hand to do this, so I had to put the phone down and finish rubbing that in. So I've added some pimento beans. I said beans, pimento berries, as you saw, and I've chopped onions, green scallion or green onion, thyme. Oh my god, it's going too fast. Thyme, Scotch bonnet, and garlic. Added that to the meat that I already, seasoned with the powdered seasoning. So just rub those in. I didn't add the Scotch bonnet yet because I didn't want my hand to be filled with pepper. Yes, my fingers were full of curry. I didn't have any gloves, and you know what, it is what it is, because I don't believe in using a spoon to season meat. That, nah. I mean, if you do it, it's okay. I like to rub my seasons in. So I preheated some oil, vegetable oil, in my pan, about a tablespoon, because you don't want too much oil, because goat meat is very fatty. So I'm burning right now about 2 teaspoons of curry powder in the oil, and I'm adding to that everything that I had in my bowl. Yes, I'm adding the seasonings on it. Yes, like you saw. So I'm just going to be searing this on the stove top, searing it for about 5 minutes before I cover it up and allow it to sweat its own juices. If you notice, I'm not going to be adding any water to this. You watch the video and you see what I'm doing. My daughter is here playing. Yeah, so yeah, sear that up. I'm using one and it's not ready to turn yet. So that's why I'm doing that. Yeah, I'm turning it now. Just to ensure that both sides get a little... Be quiet, sweetie. Be quiet. Can you be quiet? Yeah, I'm using one, and so it's kind of difficult to do it. But you get the gist. Cover that down. You cover that down, you leave it for about 5 more minutes, and at that time, it's time to turn it, flip it on the other side. So that's what I'm doing there right now. I actually had to put the phone down and get this done properly, but that wasn't shown on camera. Yeah, I need to get a tripod. My tripod is no more. So yeah, trying to turn it with one hand was crazy. Yeah, so I put the phone down and I give it a real stir. I turned it so that all the pieces could get some sear going on. And I was cooking this on medium high heat. Actually, you don't want it too high because you don't want it to be burned or anything like that. So cover that down, and we're leaving it for 5 more minutes. So after 5 minutes, this is a total of 15 minutes so far. This is what it looks like, and you see, I didn't add any water. That's all the juices, that it's sweated. And yeah, just stir that. And actually I am going to be adding this removing this from the stove top, and I'm going to be adding this in a pressure cooker because your girl ain't gonna be cooking this on a stove top for 2-3 hours or more. The last time I did that was at my daughter's birthday party, and I swore, I made a promise that I'll never do that again. It took too long because some animals are older than some, and when they're older, they can take a long time to get tender. So yeah, I'm gonna be adding this to the pressure cooker, just to speed up the cooking process. And of course, I'm gonna finish it off on the stove top. Yeah, so I've added it to the pressure cooker there. And I'm going to be adding some boiling water straight from the kettle because that's the way to go. I'm going to be adding enough just to, cover it up. Can't add too much to this anyways because this Instapot, it sweat a lot of water. So I've added about 4 or 5 cups of water to the meat. And I'm going to cover that down. I forgot to mention previously that the onion that you saw, the one I showed in the initial part of this video, I didn't use the entire onion on the mutton. I saved about a half to add to the mutton at the end. Not at the end, but you'll see close to the end. When I put it on the stovetop, I'm going to be adding the rest of the onion, potato, and some green pepper. So I'm going to be pressure cooking this for 15 minutes. So the 15 minutes has passed. I released the air, and this is what we have so far. I'm going to be testing this just to see how much it has progressed so far. Yeah, I didn't want to completely pressure it on here. Honestly, I'd rather to slow cook my meat, but it's too long. It's too much energy. And yeah, you see that? That is pretty good so far. That is pretty good. Another 40 minutes on the stovetop, and that mutton is going to be very tender. So I've added that to the pot, back to the pot. And I'm going to be adding my potato. I'm using a large potato. You can use a large one or a medium potato. I'm using about a half a green pepper and the remaining half an onion. So that's when I added those to my pot. And this is, this has been cooking for 20 minutes so far. And right here, I'm going to be testing the meat just to see what's going on as it relates to tenderness. Yeah, that's a lot of progress. It's getting there. So this has been cooking for a total of 40 minutes on the stovetop since I transferred it back, from the pressure cooker. Yeah, and right now it's ready. It's tender, delicious. Oh my goodness, I wish you could smell this. It smells so good. Even when I was just seasoning the goat, it smelled as if, it was edible. Wow, this is amazing, you guys. I hope you try this recipe. Let me know what you think about it. So total cooking time on the stovetop was 55 minutes. In the pressure cooker was 15 minutes. So that's a total of 1 hour and 10 minutes. Pretty good for cooking ram goat. Yeah, I hope you like this recipe. And I'm telling you, this goat was absolutely delicious. Not because I cooked it. It was amazing. I didn't need to add any extra seasoning, any salt, no, nothing. And I forgot to tell you, I marinated this meat overnight.